In our previous presentation, we looked at the story of Judges chapter 4. The reason why I wanted to look at that study is it because it illustrates an important story that's occurring here in real time. When we were looking at that study, we saw how easy it is to make mistakes when we don't have more than one testimony, more than one witness. We need to use multiple rules in order to understand and explain the message that we have correctly. So we have a story that talks about two women. Talks about a story of a fearful general and his soldiers. And the interaction between the leader of the movement, the prophetess, the judge, Deborah, and her general, whilst it's one of respect, it's also one of lack of faith. Not lack of faith in Deborah, but lack of faith in God. He strikes a deal with Deborah and says, when you send me to the river and I meet Sisera, I won't go without you being there. Not going to make an application of this, but I just want to remind us that there's a story that we're all familiar with. It comes to the subject of warfare, where there's a nation who's standing by a river and another nation comes in its full fury to destroy this one. And in that story, the standing nation fails. We're all familiar with that story. It's taken from what book, what chapter? Daniel chapter 8. The story of the ram and the goat. For in this story, the standing army wins. It doesn't happen without the assistance of the judge and the prophetess. But she doesn't complete the work. It's a woman called Jael. She's going to finish this work. Now, Jael, this woman, if you look at her name, it means an ibex. And an ibex is a mountain goat.
Nating rin ke luel de ne ibek ba nating ibek ke luel de ekur de mountain goat.
A mountain goat.
Okay, mountain goat. Okay, yeah.
So in Daniel chapter 8,
Daniel ber
it's the goat that comes to the river.
ito juban chirio
It's called a he goat.
yena to ke ngor ta ngor
Here we have
o to ke nyok
a goat that's on this side of the warfare.
itin kene ayuguting wanong de bang long chirio bang kene.
It's not the same type of goat. This is a mountain goat, a goat that lives in the mountains.
Okay, goat that live in the mountain. Okay. Ito went to Ekuri.
So what does that mean, a mountain goat? What possibly could that mean when we reference to this story?
So yung lo bijala luel de kene aku kuleto ken bijaguting ke yung lo kewo.
In these presentations, as we go through some of the stories, I want to thread into my discussion some rules and principles of how we should approach the subject.
Na ku kul kene ka kar buting anong lung kar banan ke walk tek tin lonien walk band le walk bible lonien walk date.
So this is Jael.
I can yen ke Jael.
She's a woman.
Etik.
We'll just, before we go into her name, we'll just finish with our revision.
Ke walk in gwala mana rin ke yi then ke walk on kene kon ku bear pen buting.
There's a tent, and it's going to be held in by these pins. You hammer those pins into the ground. Why? When the wind comes, it keeps the tent stable. To stabilize the tent. This wind is strife. Doctrinal strife. Inspiration calls it the winds of doctrines. This is a symbol of the church. So the pins are designed to stabilize the church from doctrinal attacks. Ellen White uses this concept of pins as doctrinal truths that support the structure. So if we had a platform and it was supported by a framework, then at each of these joints you would put a pin. You'd have pieces of wood and there'd be a pin that goes through them. In this model of this platform, sometimes Ellen White calls it the foundation of our faith. The beams and the pins all represent doctrinal truths. So we have a doctrinal truth here.
One on will live the
The two beams. Then we have a nail.
so will live the bakere
And
ka bakere masumar.
these three doctrines or truths are worthless. They serve no purpose.
If you dia can kutingin ka chir ke chen loy.
They're not helpful until you put them together into a framework.
Ai to ke chen loy ele de chin ka jal be to dan ku bijal nang ka ja nang lon den.
So we know what these pins represent.
So achu dil de te jongu le matumer ke man.
These are the doctrines that stabilize the church from external doctrinal forces.
Masumer ke lewo yedwin e gamda mai pe nyau yedwin kanisa pia pe ana bo piu ja duom ke kanisa te benanga ja.
So I said this was a symbol of the Bible or God's word.
Abalwel manade ke masumer ke I care Bible yene to ke wer nere.
Someone said it was principles or rules. I agree.
Aran ne yenwel manade ke masumer ke le ke wo kai lu aya gam.
But a principle or a rule by itself is of no value.
Lekin lung rode Asian coin, our chinky coin walk.
It has to be used for something or put into a structure.
Elum kene, Ejal benang loy, our Ejal betia the kina bay, Ujel in the loy.
In this tent here,
Nana ekem gani,
if that was the tent, the side of it,
Tiana kini yeni a kema.
If you just put this pin into the tent,
to tell Winma Sumarkene, Bapiate
you'd end up tearing the tent, wouldn't you? If you put it in the wrong place.
To lay in a well, Bama Sumara, Piata came of Mial Kulum came, he came a Gariaka chief.
So you have special places to put the pins.
To nang in when the Binke Masmarta.
So the pins need to be put into special places in order to secure the tent.
So I came up and I when you came both. Ben ke the piat au ben ke damping. So ulan ke akor bintama sumariata ba chuo ke chen ken kalau bien damping ke in chikema ke chiria. Lekina tuna piat de ke kachi.
I want to call this the third angel's message or the everlasting gospel.
Etung ken zadu ne jalwel ke Bible aba ba chol ke leg de malaika de dia.
In the context of our discussion,
chicho de ke jiam wi man
near the close of earth's harvest,
elon bi wo etok de tem
there will be a special outpouring of God's word or his spirit.
Abenang dulfia timnya lejuir bene wilke bene ke date jau bene widi de bene wal pino.
This is the unsealing of the book of Daniel.
Kuken ken yen ke luel ke lim chen bung Daniel chen liep.
And at the end of the work of the first angel,
etok de malaika tueng
in order to secure that church in its proper position,
chan kube kanisa begila piat betul piat.
What will God send?
Yong binnya le tuoi.
After the first angel's message, what will God give to his church to secure it? A pin, a nail. The nail will be given to us to secure the church. What is that? What do we call that? What angel comes after the first angel? The third angel, not the second. The third angel follows the first. And when it first arrives, its job function is to do what? Is to stabilize this newly formed church, or we would say to prepare it for what?
Man yukulwel ke kanisa juir bejuerngam.
What is it to prepare us for?
Ye wong juerngam.
According to our story. For war.
Ewa juertong.
So, the third angel arrives.
Malaika idea ke ben.
It's a nail for a tent.
Tinonga kema.
And it's there to stabilize things.
Eben ku tiada kema penberial apa.
At some point,
Etangde
that nail will change its job function
kema sumartung zadu alu belunde be wari.
from protecting the church from bad doctrine
Alon inyin ben kanisa gel kulerod wel ke kanisa rio
to doing what?
bengoloy.
What will it now do?
Yongoy beloy ti kirod wa.
Attack. You said attack? Yes, to kill.
Ti kirod la wa iene malaika itu mene ke kanisa rio.
Now it's going to kill enemies.
Itene ka be adu abe kenok.
It goes from an instrument to a weapon of war.
So erod wel te wente yen ke gil kanisa au te wente yen ke dugil le rod wel be ak de tor.
It needs a hammer's help.
Neza ha?
It needs the help from a hammer.
Okay, nene kuin de chakuy.
So the hammer takes on a new function, a killing instrument.
Kene chakuy kene londene eto wente yene use au yene luoy ben ko ja piet kina chu wel ke ben ko ja tor.
Now, normally,
Nyendia
the only people that are allowed to take an instrument of usefulness and turn it into a weapon is whom?
nyendia koy won ye ke pat bi ka won yen ko ke lu lolwa bi ke wel bi aka tor ye yinga.
Who are the only people that are supposed to do that?
Ye yinga ka ye ke par bi lon kin lo chana non koy tu ke lon kin lo chiran ben.
We read from Joel chapter 3.
Na loko ne chen wo kun bunga juel dia
And we read verse 9.
ne chen wo kun juel dia chuk dong wan.
Who is supposed to prepare for war?
Ye yinga ke ye ke pat bi ko
Good.
juer dong.
The mighty men.
Ai koy ke tor.
Now, I asked my brother earlier,
Na tie je wala man.
is he Barak or someone else?
Ken ia bara ka iran pe.
And he didn't answer directly.
Aken bedung na mapiad ne chelon chanen ti.
Because when you look at Barak, I put him in a negative light.
Chima nating bara kelon chane juer ti ne cha juir ke rara.
A man with no faith.
Ran to ke chin gam.
At least no faith if there's not a visible presence.
Chilo benang gam le tu na ngin ke tie to ke ne yen.
What does he want to do?
Yong beloy
He wants to hide
brotian
behind whom?
brotian ngako.
Wants to hide behind Deborah.
Brotian da borako.
Not that he wants her to die.
Achie ku beto.
It's just that he knows that she can't be killed.
Anyi chilo beno.
So her presence will protect him from harm.
Anyi tade alu bien gil.
So there's this negative light that's put on men in this story.
So aku kul kene kerur aga lum ke ko chugrat.
Is it right to be fearful of your enemy because you're few in numbers?
Te ke piet chan bario adundu chan weli.
Is that right?
Piet.
No, it's not right.
Aja chi piet.
I'm going to use this word law in a very loose sense, not in an accurate way.
Ay lwelu weri cho lum kina bana jamsin dulwin lawit lekina che dulwin ye che chomien.
Is it against the law or is it against God's will? I'll use law and will
Chi pion nelit
to be afraid.
Chi pio na le chan bariot.
Is it displeasing to God to be afraid?
Ye ku wen na le rio pio arete che bariot.
Yes, it is.
Yi cho na le rio pio rio.
We agree with that.
Yuko matete.
Because we have a lack of faith.
Chan ke wa chor yo e chen gam.
Now, if you were at the school or you've watched those presentations,
Pi chin dai video wa chi ke lo sukule.
you know that in the earlier classes we defined what faith was.
Then ke piu yuan tuenga wel gol len piu nom kene. E chen tem bedil kon nyu kon mana gam yongo.
What's faith?
Yongo lue la gam.
The image that we drew
Ke chu ben turwa
was that there's a lamp
emana de kanong lamba
that shone its light
lamba yani ye riara rete chau yani ye pinme
forward and backward.
emera riara an dia
This was the past,
ken yan ke ye twen
and this is the future.
u ken yan ke ter kiti u ken yan ke twen
And this is the present.
u ken yan ke tere ke ko ti
This is the definition of two concepts.
yan kaya date
This is prophecy and faith.
yan kaya date pie chol piu de nabi kujela
Faith
gam
is believing in things that you cannot see
e bagam e ka wen chi ke tin
based upon things that you have seen.
chi cho ka cha ke kon tin wa tuen
So in this story,
na ko kul kene
Barak has no excuse for not trusting God.
kera ne chol barak a chen tu wen lu ben yen jal par ne le kenong yi chan chriyo
But yet he does.
but au ichu a chi ben lui
He doesn't trust God.
ken ne le ja ken bagam
So he wants Deborah to join him.
e kor da bora block ne yen
He says, if you do that, you have to pay a price.
lakina chi ken loy kanong ariyo badil bay
And the price is what?
kwariyo ngo
That Jael
mana
will receive the glory and the honor that was supposed to be given to Barak.
manade man tin ne le gam to ken ke beloy ngo me ya bi ni ablo to ken ting e chol Jael
You'll notice that Deborah doesn't take any glory to herself.
a chu ben ting ne dabora chen ye ngo barak jor
She says all the glory will go to this normal woman.
a chu ben luen manade ngo ken ablo no me ting tom to ke ting yi kwa ting ke ti ka ba
Not to the famous woman or the leader.
a chu belo to nom ting wen yi kwa ting ke ni ne bi ku ye dungot
Barak says, that's acceptable, I don't mind.
Aci barak belue naen ye kubra loe kena cin mikla.
What's he more interested in? What is Barak more interested in? I'll give you a choice.
Yung kor barak adil kicu kor ke ni ke kor ye ne ke ge ke chalo ro de ya bengom de biala gam jil.
A,
Ketueng
winning the war.
e betong tiamen ke ketueng kor
B,
kerero
personal fame, being honorable or being glorious.
he doesn't want.
He's got two choices. Now, my question is, which one is Barak interested in?
Ayel wel kan kero acha ke bay le kito ka ba jaloy.
One,
Ketueng
winning the war.
betong e betiam
Two, being famous.
kedero e benyi ke iran thora rete.
What's he bothered about? A, winning the war.
E ketueng manen ye betong betiam ke den ko.
Doesn't care about being famous.
Ai kia biaran ye ja rete ke to.
So he doesn't mind if Jael will take the glory for winning.
E china die be ye be ai ye lo ngom kene le jor ka chia ke de. cái để bên trong thì
We're all okay with that. That's just a summary of what we've already discussed.
mir bu pior wane ken
If you look at the word Jael,
na jan kula du e mana rin kiting chol jail
Jael means what?
ken ne jail ti lwe ko yongo
See, it's a goat, a mountain goat. So, what would that mean? What would a mountain goat mean?
yongo mana e wer kene
If you go to the Hebrew,
na lor gar Hebrew
it says mountain goat,
dan ku jalo ko ting
but it's not a root word, it comes from another word.
lekina chene ye wer chale dikene bo no wer de
So, we'll look at that word that it comes from,
wer e bi elumi tin kene yen ga kor ku bu ting
and it says an ibex or a mountain goat.
okay achi ben be chiel dulde mana de ke chol ibex kai well good kai to woni to sarai
So, here's a mountain,
ken yen ke pur au yen ke jebel
and here's the goat that can climb the mountain.
ku to ajal to ke yit pur no
Now, in our school recently,
sukule wa
we had some questions.
wa ke tinang ke chire swal ke tie
We got into a discussion
ku jal ku ke jami
about the role of men and women in our movement.
elone dia ku jela loy kerur aku den kene
Most of you weren't there.
ko ju ku we ga ke chilo sukule wa
If you are not there, I want to ask you a question. What happened?
nene yin kilo sukule wa ke yin cha biti yo ngai chiro loy
So I only asked if you were not there. I only answered the question if you were not there.
okay swal abadir dum no male te kini lo sukule wa
Someone was scared,
anong ran tu ngai chi dier re
fearful.
ran nei tu rio
Who do you think that person was?
hita ran ken leu bianga
Was it a brother or a sister? Who was scared?
ran nei chi dier re te jeli ne take ye wan ma da kane ye nyan kai da
Brother.
Nel ke wan ma da
So if you weren't there, how do you know it was the brother that was scared?
nene yin chilo sukule war ketem da bajir yongo yeri yo
You weren't there, how do you know?
okay aye kor belwel no ran ji jam tin bate kin lo kay ja ti ni je de manien mo dikre triyo bi ne kin lo
If you go to this story, you have a brother and a sister.
teleri na bukul kini kay nong
The brother,
kay nong wan mu kunyan kui
the brother's name is
rin ko wan mu dai
Barak.
chol barak
The sister's name is Deborah.
kunyan kui ai chol nga dabora
And who's scared?
ye nga ti di er tina ye nga triyo
Barak.
e barak
So you don't need to go to the school to know who was scared.
so achirot kor nongin bajalo sukule bakola ping au bala tinge nga triyo de kin ti choga ko kul kene ale balwel mana de ke mo ti ke triyo war sukule
Are you okay with that?
le
Yeah.
bapio mier wene kene
Now, in this story,
ti choga ku kul kene
who is Barak afraid of?
ye ngariyo bara kene
Jabin. No, Sisera. Jabin's general.
Rario jene sisra
So he was scared of Sisera.
e ti diera rete sisra
Now, are we at warfare yet? Are we fighting Sisera yet? Not yet.
ter ku mane wan sisra ka ngotu
So in the future,
nen zaman beben
that brother will be afraid of Sisera,
ke wan mas kena brio je sisra
who is the army or the host of Jabin.
man yene to ke ye dungor ejebe.
We okay with that?
You could date again.
Arms shall stand on his part.
Jet abito dialog.
Who's his? Who is the his?
Yang akan kena.
What's their name?
Nang rin kay juga ba?
In our story. I'm talking about our story.
Aku kul de na ka jam watin.
Arms, the captain of the host, will stand on his part.
Jet kujela dungor jet abuko yelo yanga.
Whose part does Sisera stand on?
Yelo nga kaya sisra.
Are we all together now? It's Jabin.
Yuko dilgam au yuko manada kay jebin.
Yes? So, Sisera will help Jabin attack Barak, and Barak will be scared.
Sisra abu jebin abu kwan kubi bent nong barak kubara kabrioj.
Now, in our school,
Dan sukulai wan
instead of the brother being scared of Sisera,
enyen ben wan ma berio Sisra
who was Barak afraid of?
kaya nga chen barak chen berio.
Who was he afraid of? He said maybe a sister.
Elwele ran cherio chaderio chinyan kin.
Which sister was he afraid of?
Nyan kin orio chin
What was her name?
kurin ke kenga.
My brother says Deborah.
Iwan ma duel kirio Dabora
Another option.
deng. Kia ti je barak irio nga.
I'll give you the answer.
Duel kabande we kia ni juop.
You should know, even if you weren't there. Who's going to get the glory,
Yang ayen benuam yen begam
Deborah or Jael?
ye Dabora kay Jael.
Who's the brother afraid of?
Yang ay cherio je sine.
So,
Jael.
what this brother said was the following.
Kebi wan ma kene kire de chulele ake kake.
I'll give you the question in a minute.
Anong tua ba yen we.
Hold that thought.
Cha cái kene to ya wani.
Let's come back to this.
Du ku kene.
Jael means what?
Yung mana Jael.
Mountain goat.
Eto win yit kurno. Au yit jebel no.
Ibex. And what does this mountain goat do?
Kuyong chito ken to yit nyal ken yong che loy.
It was here, and what did it do?
Eto pi nyit ne kuyong che ben loy.
Someone said?
Fine.
It climbs up a mountain.
Eto pi gong loy go yit kurno.
We okay with that?
Ya ke date ken.
So you start off with Jael, the top word.
Where mana where tuing Jael
Means mountain goat.
where tuing down mana tuing de eto win yit jebel no.
There's Jael.
Kin yen ke Jael.
Then it comes from another word,
We be our luminum where the
which means to climb.
where jamana de yit.
Are we okay with that?
You can date it.
Which comes from another word,
Yene bo no where the
here's the goat on the ground.
eto to pi.
And what's the goat going to do?
Yung be jalo yen to ken.
Ascend
Belum nial.
or be raised up.
Au bijar nial.
Is that what it do? Is that what happens when you climb?
Yani ek loy ro tu ne mane ti. Ye lo cái lo nial ka lo pe.
Yes?
So
So
lo nial.
this is the root word This is the original word.
Ekin ken yen ke wer tuing au yen ke wer ide
Means to ascend,
luel de elonial
means to climb.
luel de yit
It's this goat that climbs,
eto yit
and you just get the goat, which means Jael.
gelato yen ye luel de.
So we've traced the word.
Ti gel wo ko wer la korcho
We already said
achu luel won ter
who the brother was afraid of.
chu luel won ter yenga erio wan mada
It was who? Jael.
erio chi gel ting ye chol gel en ke rio chen
What was the brother afraid of? What was the brother afraid of?
yo ngai en wan ma jario chitene gel we ke ti
Where is Jael? Where is Jael?
na ting en ke gel te notine
If you can't see it there,
na chi ti te
here's the mountain,
ke ken yen ke jebel
here's Jael.
ken ke gel
She's where?
ato no ja
At the bottom.
ato pi purtar pi
And what's she going to do?
yo ngabeloy
Ascend,
abeyit
which means she's going to be lifted up.
kaye kor beluel yen abejan nyal
The brother's afraid of that.
wan ma de rio je ken yen bene jam nyal
Because if she gets lifted up,
cha nae tinglen lo ke yit
what might happen to him?
ke yo ngelu bro luin
He's going to descend.
ke yen abelopin
He's worried
yen e die
that the sister might become more famous or more powerful than him.
mana de ke nyan kine yen ka be ben ke ye pinye jarete ku yen ka belo ke nong nuom aware
Was John worried about that?
e jon ti diere kene
What did he say?
yo ngachi luel
He said he must
a chi jon ben luel e ke la dimbe
ascend.
belonial
The second messenger,
a yen dulung ro la dimbe lo tweng
and I must descend.
wen la dimbe dupe
John doesn't have this problem.
jon e chine mikila kene on mikila yen dir bara kene liu ga jon
Barak doesn't have this problem.
bara yen a chin mikila ya
And I asked a question
kina nong swa
to all of our brothers here.
nong wa da me pot ne
Are you Barak?
yi bara kin
Do you have a problem
nong mikila
not with having a female leader, not with having a leader who's a woman,
chan banang tim wen yen to ke dungo
because you see that God placed her there,
dana yiti na chin le ja ji tao ti
so you accept it.
yi gam
But do you have a problem with a normal woman
lekin ay kor bulwel yin ke yin wan ma chin mi loniana ti ngao ti ne tiang tin
and according
kila wen dungor to ke ti amikila duwe ting tom to ke chin te te yen tin yen ke mikila du
and according to her name, what will she do?
lekin ting yuai pin ke ne chin te te yen tin chi chok rin ke
She will ascend.
yi ting ke yo ngo ai yi ting ke lo nyal ke jet nyal
And we know what's going to happen to Barak. It's already prophesied.
kwanye jong bro loy barak e ke to ke lwe lun te
He will
abong loy
descend.
abelopin
So, for those of us who are concerned about what gender equality looks like,
te non koy wo to ke tien ni nau ke ti dier kor ke bi tungnom bi dil de ti
it's not just about the work that a woman does compared to the work of what a man does.
ai che loy ban lon mun yi ti loy betong ke na lon ye moy loy
It's not who does the washing and who does the cooking.
ai che ku yenga belon duor ya loy ku yenga beata
These things might impact your personal lives.
e ka ke aka wen lo bi to ke bia ke pi du
But this is about the role of women in God's movement.
Lakini tung jam walking eluoi idia ikanisa denialeji au wende denialeji.
And far too often,
Kudang
we hear questions from our brothers
enyen dia wai nang suel yu ke yu no weda met ko
that runs along this line. It goes in this direction.
suel wen lo dul kini
What will happen
ke yong le braloi
when the sister is lifted up or ascends?
yong wa daga le braloi ti chen nyan ke da ti chen be nyal au be ben ke ye ko won kum ko
Does that mean she doesn't have to do any work at home?
ye korbe ti chen ke raloi be ben nyal ke dungora daga le be alu loi ba
Does that mean I have to do all the cooking now and she doesn't because we're equal? Does that mean that because we're equal, I have to do all the cooking and she doesn't have to do the cooking?
Okay, ye korbe luel manade ke ye an bi an ka biatat ku ye na chi be atat ya ne jan nyal
Or does it mean if I have to go to work, she has to go to work?
ka ye korbe luel manade nala te luel ke an ye mo ka lo te luel ade
This is not what this story teaches.
ache ke ka ke ye ya ku kul ke korbe ke pi wo
This is a story about this tent and its security.
Ekin kinaya ku kul a kem kin ku jelalun benetit
This is a story about the role of women in God's movement.
ekin kine eloi de diar kanisa de nyaleji awa ku de nyaleji kin
Do not look to your society for direction on this issue.
ache kurbayala dai ne chieng de panduan ne chan bin ngor ke baloi de lo ekin kine
Don't ask what your family will think of this issue.
ache kurbayala ti de lo ko ke panduan yung yi ke dak de
This-
lo elun piu che ben kine
This is a story about the tent
ekin kine aya ke kul de a kema kine
and how it is secured from doctrinal attacks.
kulon yene gil de lo piu cha duo mun korberio
And when the empowerment of the third angel comes,
kuna lorie de malaika dia ben
the Bible is already telling us
ke bible e gode alewo
that women will begin to ascend.
aye lewo mana de ke dia a bugol benial
And they will be instrumental in finishing this work.
uke ka bia ka ke luoi ben ke lona ker ben ke yentul
Now, is Jael trained to do her job?
team walk in lon chen jel chen lon de loy
No, she's not.
lon yen walk tin tin jel ichi lon de loy ka kin loy
She's trained to milk an animal,
so lon ye loy won ter ye lon ye ro ko
but she's not trained to kill.
but e chi to ke e chi nak
So-
au chi ran tong
When we start considering these issues, when we start thinking about these issues,
to go walk tak ke lo ka ke
we can't look at a woman when she's here at the bottom,
wa chi lo buting te ye ne te ne pi
untrained.
akirete ne ting ke ne pio
All she knows is to milk an animal.
tiếng nguyên trên cái nhà cái ra bật ra họ cái gì
We have to see her as she will ascend
ayu cái giáo bật tiếng cái này tiếc cái lon yen wa cái tiếng cái bon nyal
to the place where she is a valiant warrior.
thì yen wa cái giáo bật tiếng cái gì chua ara này trong
And the skills that she has learnt
ku jela ara nguyên cái năng cái cái đế thì lo lo mà to
the tools that were used to stabilize the church
cái kawan cái lum bên cái kanisa mua pin bên cái yen choril
the third angel's message,
mane yu ku đế thì cái này malaika để dia
she will turn into a weapon of warfare.
cái cái bên là will cái gì cái de tor
Now, I know that we can take these stories in different ways.
anh ấy mà đã cái cool cái lebu cái will dul dang wa
And people might be inclined to make this woman just the church.
Alla bi ko lo meeting kin ke kanisa.
If that were the case,
Na te ya
who would Barak be?
ke yang alla bi jala barak tulung wo ki ke kanisa.
So it's not as easy just to spiritualize that woman away.
Ache ke pia lej batom lu meeting kin long we batom lu ke kanisa.
We have a clear story
Wo no nga ku logok
of intergender issues.
tulalong tung nom
The role of men and women in God's church.
loy de ti ku jala loy mo kanisa de nelaji.
And one thing that this story is showing us
Kutung nyuda ku kul kin nyud wo
is that men are afraid
Yamanada kerur Aryo
that God has selected women to do a work that is equal to men.
Manada kenyalit edia rachi ke kwan bi loy loy lun tung ken lun rur.
Do not look to your sisters who are at the bottom,
Aji kurban yira ke ku baga ba wiping
because they need to ascend.
chan ke ga kor bi benel
And men should not be afraid of that. They should embrace that like Barak did.
ru rachi kurbi ryo lekina kor bi ken bi lum ke lapyo yum chiman chen barak chen loy.
The only reason a man or a brother would be afraid of this
Tung lu ben wan ma au ben mo lu berio ekene
is because they were jealous.
chan ke atia lauran ken be man ken au berio je ken atia
2020.
erun ken
We could say it's 2019.
achu lembu ba lela li ben utier ku dongwan war chelo.
If we are still struggling with jealousy,
Ti dia ju wo ken etiel ken
if we're not willing to place a helping hand to allow our sisters to ascend,
ti chen wo ken kor bunyira ke ko bu ke kwan bi benel
hold that thought.
mo ko ken no
Let's go to another story.
kor bula ko kulde.
A story that for us is 6,000 years old.
Na ko kul ken it no wo ke ruon buat kadatem
For them, it's about 3,000 years old.
tinong ke ikeruan buat ke dia kerun
There's a person
anora
that is being instructed, being told the following.
ran yen dom auran le ka ke
There is someone who's going to come.
anoran beben
Remember our story.
utaga ko kulda
Barak and Jael.
ran chol barak kutingi chol je
In this new story,
na ko kul jedin kene
this person has been told that someone will come afterwards,
ran kene ben yo kulala ka nong ran beben
and what will they do?
ku yong bi loy
They will ascend.
ku koy ke ga beben ya
They'll be lifted up.
ke ga ba ke jan ya
And when they get lifted up,
kuna chika jan ya
what will happen to you, this person?
ke yong bro lu yin ran kene
You will descend when they ascend.
ke yin bloping te ler ke ngal
If you have to descend, where are you?
te ler yin pin ke yir ko
You're here.
beluela ngadia bo pin kanong terete yen tin ka to nyal
And the person's here.
kuran jala nyala to pi
We okay with that?
be u fio kene kene
We'll redraw this.
kaka bu ke kwen
There's a pulley.
ken kena anong lun
There's a rope that goes over the pulley.
anong apil yen kene mi
There's two buckets.
nong an kero
Now, what will happen
yung bro dia loy tene
if this one ascends?
yung bro loy te lere kene nyal te lere nyal ke ken kena blog bo pin
This one has to descend.
kena bo nyal kena bo pin
It's the law of life.
yen ke lu ngapir
Scientific principle. If one goes up, the other one has to come down.
Chỉ cho để lùng để cả tiết ao lùng với chặt cho cái nó vô na lo cái nó mèo cái kinh na bùa pin rồi duy chứ là
Now in this story,
nên na có cái này
in order for this person to ascend,
chan ku beran cái này bela mèo
they're not going to ascend by themselves.
cái cái chỉ berut ai chỉ rut bijan mèo cái pe
They need to be helped
có bữa cái coi
and trained.
phiêu chứ cái
Who will train the person to be lifted up and ascend?
yang alubran phiêu luôn bên ấy jan mèo
Give you one clue. Stories about the two people.
Eswal charan kina kor be phiêu chan ku bijan jan mèo
There's no one else in the
yang
story.
alubran kina phiêu
Who's going to help them ascend? This one.
yeah
The person at the top has to help this one who's at the bottom.
chan ku beran to pin kina bijal jan nyal kran to nyal kina yen ka beran pin kina kon pio lon bene jan nyal
And as this person helps, what will happen?
ku lon bene ran kina lon ben kon yong bro loy
As this one begins to ascend,
ke kin ran to pin kina bijal gol bijal jan nyal
it will begin to descend.
kuran ne to nyal kina bijal gol ben pe
Let's do it this way.
loy ku la
This bucket is full of what?
kin ne etiang ngo
Glory.
etiang no
This one has got how much glory? None.
kin nan nom ta tin kin nom
How is this person going to help this person be lifted up?
le beran kina nong nom go kina le beran ko ni de bijal nyal
What does it need to do?
Yung ko rod brado.
This person has to give this one their glory.
Ebe nuam den to kene yen kene be yen ran to pin kene.
What will happen?
Yung brado.
This will get heavier, this will get lighter.
Chan be ran be to pin kene be tie. Awar ko to nyal kene ala bijar pial ku pin ya be tie.
And the roles reverse.
Then ka brod ya loy ke yu dot kene bijar la nyal. Bijal kene lo ko bo pin.
In this story,
Nana ko kul kene.
was this person willing to do this?
Ji cho ka ko kul ran kene. Enong pio be kene loy be nuam de be gam ran to pin.
Two things.
Kan ke ro ato.
There's a prediction
Anong ki luel ke braloy
that this person would ascend and this person would descend. It's a prediction.
manada ke kran to pin kene ye woi pin kene abe ben nyal tin kuran to nyal kene abe ben pin
The person said,
orang go luel
what did the person say?
yong chiran ben luel wen chen
That's not fair.
ache ben luel ken kena ache yi
Point two.
krero
Not only was it not fair,
ache chi abat
what he was told to do
ite le ken beloy
in order for this to happen was to give up what he had and give it to the person.
ite le ken beloy chan ku belon kene raloy e be nuam to kene yen be gam
So this person had to train this one.
so ran to 20 ela dim bran to pi be pure.
So you have to train the person to take your position.
Yin ga korot baran pio be nyen dun ten sine belum
2 points.
kan kero
They're going to take your position,
a bete dun te yin tin te yin yal tia belum
being at the top,
man yin ye ran ngar ko
and you have to train them into that role.
ku yin da du yin ga be ke pio je dul ben ke ke te dun jo
What story is that?
ya ko ko lu ke
Who is this and who's this?
ye la nga ke ku ye nga ke to pi
This one first.
ke ne ran
Who was that?
ye nga ke na
No, this is another story, remember? Another story.
me cha ne lu le cha lu ga ko dam pe ya che kre bar ar ye jo
One is for the sake and Aman, the other one
So my brother's giving us two stories.
achi wan ma de akul kero achi ka be
I want to go.
ne e Mordecai jela Aman ku ken ken e John ku Yesu
I want to go back to an original one.
An korba du tinong akukul den when
This is Lucifer,
or akukul tuing yan ye jam Lucifer
and this is Adam.
ukin kin yan ka Adam.
Adam had no glory,
Adam ay nuom
not trained.
the kin pure
When he's created, he's going to take Lucifer's job,
ti chene jal pure ke ke beloy abiyen nyen wen te Lucifer tin.
and who has to train him in this job?
When Lucifer ye ngabe pure
Lucifer has to.
Lucifer yan ka be pure.
It's like cutting someone,
Eba achir baran tem
that's losing your job.
belon de au balon du pol
Then you rub salt into the wound to make it hurt more. You get salt and you put it into the wound and it hurts, painful.
ba wai balu kujara temrot kuluma wai kujal tao tu wincha temi.
That means you have to train him to give you, to take your job.
So ke ye kor belwel yin ran to pin ke tia ba pio belon du lum.
So bring that concept into our story.
Te lumina de te kini kujala be aku kul dai.
If you're a brother,
Yin wan mat
Barak,
barak
you're scared,
yin chiriyo
you don't have faith,
yin chin gam
which means you don't understand prophecy correctly.
mana jam yin che wil ke ne bia chi ke de ti ja piet.
Someone's going to do the job for you.
Randang abluoi loi abulon du loi
Jael,
Jael
the mountain goat,
maniene ye to yit
she will ascend.
yen abanyal au abinyal
She ascends, you descend.
ebanyal ku yin la pin
And without your assistance,
ti chinen kuandu
there's a brother,
ke yin ye wan ma
there's a man in this movement.
ke yin ye mo ja kut kini
Without your help
ti liu kuandu
to train her,
chan ba pio
can she ascend?
lon le ben yit au le yit ti chini na ko
If you take this original story and put line upon line,
ti jelina ko kul wonte ra ko kul yen ye ko kul kani bajalum ku jala bertawa berno
no.
ache le bro lo bi yiti yen ting to pin kene te kini na pio
So in our movement,
na ku den kene
men have a choice.
ro ra nong lun
First of all,
kitwe
they do not have a choice about Deborah.
ke ka chin lun ti lo dabora
They accept that
ayi ka gam kene
because they see that she's powerful,
chana yi ka ting arir
ordained by God.
nyale ji ka bien ke
The
kor lun
problem is
lekin me kila den
Jael.
they yel tin win to ka chin te te yen tin na chin te mu
They're supposed to be afraid of Sisera, but they're actually afraid of Jael.
eben gol brio je sisra ingen berio je jeo
If you're afraid of your sisters taking your glory,
trio je we nyira ke kon ingen lon ben ke gan kon jor au ben ke nuom duon jor
think about the consequences of what you're saying.
ke ta kino ma pet ke ba yu akre ke loy
First of all, you don't understand how prophecy works.
aluen ke tueng ba kon de yin tin ade je long wel ke nabi
Second,
kire ro
prophecy will not be fulfilled.
den ke wel ke nyot bu ke na chir bi
The story clearly teaches that a woman will finish this work.
chana ya ko lay to pie wo mana de ke tik yen ka belona krien ka beloy
And it's not the female leader that will finish the work.
wo chi a chi ting wen to ke yen ye dungor ke yen betu lekine ting to pinti
It's Jael.
e jel
All these sisters that are here.
ke nyira ke kuon to pinyi ten kene
So I want to speak to the sisters here.
an kor ba jam no nyira ke ko
You might find yourself at the bottom.
alwele e yi welu barodiu ko we to pinyi ten
You know
anyai ke
it's difficult even for a goat to climb a mountain.
e tung kariri be nya be jayit e kur kene no mau be jal ben nyal
But the thing is, these goats have innate ability. They're born to do this.
lekin ye ke Iena to kene edit kanong ke beben loy au kanong rieto kene yen beben loy.
If you've chosen as a woman to enter into this movement,
Ti china loy ke yin ye nyau ke yin ye ti beben au kut kene.
when you were born, even when you were born as a with the concept of baptism,
Tene che yin di kena dete baptist.
but you were born to have all the ability to do this work.
Yine di ke yin nong rier bina lon ken bina loy.
If you don't believe that,
Ti china na gama ya
that you have the ability to ascend,
manada ke yin nong rier kul to yin bedil ben nyal kulon kena akhir kena baloy.
not only the ability,
Ache nong rier abat
but the responsibility
lekin muksuole ya
to do the work that God has predicted that you must do,
muksuole ya wenchen ne lekin yen loy lunde baloy kwela dim baloy
you'll be swept away from this movement.
ke yin a chilo ya ku chiga muksuole ya ken ke yin ba kunom ken bawa
Because a woman must complete this work.
chana ye ya ku kul ken ye lwel ke la dim biya dia ke piu ja kir ke belo ya chiro
She has to ascend.
ela dim bi ben yal
So don't look at your current position.
ache kurba tandu nun ter au tandu te yin men biya ye no
Look to what prophecy teaches will happen.
akor badai ki wil ki nabi ki lwel ke broloy
So if you're a sister here,
tin nyan ke te ne
wherever you are in the world,
te te yin tin pin no mate
you are required
we ke ti
to ascend,
ba ben ya
to receive glory
chan ba nuom ba lum
that only a warrior receives.
nuom wen yen yi du to ra u du ngor tong ye lum
You're required to take this work instrument
akor od no we ba ka ke e ka ke tor ke
and turn it into a weapon of war.
e ka yen ko ke lu yen ke kanisa piat pen ke ba ke wel bia ka ke to
If you don't do that,
ti chen we ke lo ke na
you'll be set aside
ke we bu ke wan
and lose eternal life.
we bu pira tera ba wo
I speak to the brothers.
an jam na we da mat ko
If you don't see the necessity,
ti chi ne ting chen we ke ne ting e tie
if you don't take up your responsibility,
ti chen we muk suole ya ti yen we chen we ke lum
as Lucifer was given,
chi manon chen lu su pa chen yen muk suole ya ke na
to take all your glory,
chan ba nuom duon ba lum
your position,
ko te duon te we tin
and voluntarily hand it over to a woman,
ku ba ga ma pion mit au pion la yung ba ton bia yen muk suole ya duon ku nuom duon
you'll be swept away.
ke we be jal ha ku nom ke ni
And if your excuse
and then kuna nang ke lu ba be ke ko nyirot
is that the sisters are not trained to do this work,
ke yi ko ju be yen ke rot ko ni ke yeru ra yi ke lel manade
Yeah.
yar da dua ku jilon ke na ke ne ke pio
you have a valid argument, they're not trained.
lel wen nong yi ke ga ke ke chuo pio ji
Whose job is it to train them
lel je la lo nga be ke pio
willingly,
be ke chuo pio ji pio ne er gem rot
voluntarily?
barot gam
It's necessary for them to have this training.
atia ke ti nong ke be ke dil pio
Whose job is that?
ye lo nga
Do they need to be self-trained? No, they can't.
ko rot bi rut pio ke pe a ti lo bi rut pio ke pe
Whose job is it? My brother says it's his job.
ai wan ma lu lel ke londe
If you can see that from these simple stories,
ti ting ini ken na ko kul tin pe le ken
what would your name be?
kerin ku
My brother, what would your name be?
berin ku jal chol nga ti chi na gam ke ini le ba ke pio che dia ti cho ga ko kul ken
Barak. What would your name
bi
be?
chol barak yin bi chol nga
Different story.
aku kul dang pe
My brother's name would be Lucifer.
irin ka be al lusupa belu che
We laugh
a little white dog
because we think Lucifer is a bad name.
chan rin ke lusupa ai rin ti piat
What does Lucifer mean?
yung mana Lucifer.
to give up his position,
Chan be nyen de begam,
to give up his glory,
chan be nuam de begam,
in order to train his sister
nyen ben nyira kai ke ben ke pure, au ben nyan ki pure,
and allow her to take his job function, his role,
u be par belonde au benyende belom,
would qualify him to have what title?
abeyen choyeran benang rin ko,
A title that the sister will not have.
abenang te win au abenang rin win chibukon to kene nyan kin.
And what title was that?
Uyong beya lue lerin ke au yung beya
Lucifer means what? Light bearer.
lue le Lucifer ke win ke win ergam so wan mas ken abiara ne ergam
As a brother in this movement,
ke ne wan ma da kut ken
not in Sudanese culture,
ke chin be ba chiang duon
not as an African.
ke yin chi mo Africa
Don't look to your society for clues or ideas.
achi kurbadai cheng fan duon au to win yen ko yen ko nang adet wa
Don't make excuses of how your house is run or how your society works.
achi kurbara la kwa elon yen pan duon don yen loy tin ngake tat ngake kin loy achi kurbara la kwa ne kin
This is the house of God.
eken kin e won ne le
If you want the title of light bearer,
te korin erin ben ke ya chol duminier
you must decrease
eke la dimbala pin
and you must train your sisters to increase.
kwela dim ba nyira ke kon ba ke pio chlon ben ke ben nyal adam gobde
Is a baby.
so what
A baby.
emet
He has no ability to
achin
ascend.
rier won le ben yit
Lucifer has to be that person to train him.
Lucifer gode eladim badem be yik au be pio
This is God's order.
yen ke ti yen ne le chieti
It not only is an honorable job,
ache yelon won te ke abat
it's a beautiful experience.
Etau pied win te ke ja red ko la yum le bayo grot
If you have a problem
tenang in mikla
in allowing your sisters
te lon bin nyira kai ku lon bin ka pat
to ascend
baga pat bi yinel
because you're worried what will happen to you,
kan yine dier ka bra luin
your name changes from Lucifer to Satan.
kerin ku abrod wel nyen ne de yen chol Lucifer win be a chol Satan
Too many brothers here
tinong wa da mat kon jite ne
have satanic principles and ideas.
anong lung re win ke jok kutang pre chipiat
Instead of being like Barak,
enyen bin cher barak
they end up taking the wrong role that Lucifer took.
ikai lo akirden ikelo re si Lucifer loy chen bla ben ke Satan yen ka yiklo
God is good.
nele japiat
Do we believe that?
yoku gama ken
We have taken hundreds of hours, literally hundreds of hours in presentations to explain this issue.
okay aye lwel watch te ju ja chu ke yor lun jem walk loken ken
And we have question after question
kuonong twel chu ke ya ti twal kwan twal chu
We have question after question,
kuonong twel yu ke ti twel ke chu
particularly from brothers, to explain this. They say, can you explain all of this? They have all these questions.
lekin le baka ke baka juer kwa jap ke suel jui ke
Lucifer had many questions,
Lucifer go de yen nong suel jui
but those questions were not because he didn't understand.
lekin suel jui ke chi ke de
Those questions were because of what?
suel ke ben wer ngo
Because of jealousy.
e wer tiel toy yen suel jui ti
He didn't want to do what he was told.
e chi kur ba ke chi le ken beloy
Because he wants to retain his glory.
chane kor bnuom to ken yen bi to ken yen ke de
You hold on to your position, you will die.
alwe na kor ba dia nyen du ke yim to
Talking to every single brother here.
ti no wan ma to ne ben
I'm talking to the sisters.
an jam no ni ra ka cheme
It's not easy to climb a mountain
a che ke pya le ba yi te kur ken no
if you're fearful,
ti ryo chi ne yin ryo
if you believe it's not possible.
ti yin gam ken ken ha chi rod bu kon le ba ben ba ya du pyu ja ba yin ne
If you decide it's too much effort, too dangerous, too difficult,
ti yin tin ke ye ke re kwe ke no ke le brio ke no ngi
if you look at the mirror,
ti wo yin ne maraya
instead of looking to Jael,
enyen bin jel bin oi
you too will be lost.
ke yin ba ma
The responsibility.
một số le ya
The story begins with Barak
ka ku kul e gol barak
and Lucifer.
Lucifer
So as we close,
cuman ben wo to ke men
I want us to be clear
akar bula chap
about the work that confronts us.
elon chien wo
We have less than 2 years
alwel wo no ke chi ruon kunut
in order to get our house in order.
chan bu ko bu ke ta wa juere
Before the second advent,
angot ke ye chu kin ben
all of this needs to be put into place.
ela dim be ka ke dia be ke ta wan ken
Jael
gel
needs to have ascended.
akor rad ben ya
Adam needs to have taken the place of Lucifer.
Adam akor belar to win Lucifer te en ke ran pet
It takes time to be trained.
Edaman Georgian kube bran pio.
In this room are men.
Ne ewon kene.
Some are in leadership position and some are just regular members.
Anong koi won to ke dungor kwa anong koi tum to ke koi to kanisa.
If you're not willing to turn around and look at your sisters in a different way,
Ti chinin pio au ti chino kor banyira kai ku bagating dul dang wa.
if you're not willing to allow them to ascend,
Ti chinin pio bake pat bi banyal
to be trained
chan bake pio
in order to become equal to you,
chan ago kutum kene we
to be a mighty warrior,
chan bi ya dungor au bi ya koi ku torea
then you'll be lost.
ku eba ma.
In our school recently in Uganda,
Sukulwar te wo tin Uganda
we discussed this very issue.
ke ka ke achu ke jame
We didn't do it from the book of Judges chapter 4. We did not.
wakin lo bung judges ngwan ne
We approached it from a different book, a different chapter.
ngen ku bung pe kun chapter pe de
If you were there, what book did we look at this same issue from?
ne ne to sukule wa ke bong yene piu chu wo ke chung ken
Book of Deuteronomy,
e bung Deuteronomy
chapter 22,
chuk charo kro
verse 5.
chuk di
A man shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a woman,
tik mo ja che be a chen alet ye tik ke chen
and a woman shall not put on the garment of a man.
ku tik a che be a chen alet ke mo
We took that principle
long cái này chú bên luôn
and we came to the same conclusions we have with the story of Barak and Deborah.
lúc bên cứ kêu tung Ini aku kul Barak ku Deborah.
Jael
Jael
is required to do what?
akor bengeloy
Where
akor beceng
that which pertaineth unto a man.
akor beceng ke yemo ceng
If she does not do that,
ti chene ceng ken
she fails in her mission.
ike yui ke londe.
If a man does not allow that to happen,
De kina chiru ra chike pat be ken roloy
allow her to ascend,
chan bi pat be yit
he will go from the light bearer to Satan.
ika bejal nyen yen dumin de er be ya chetan
These are life and death issues.
ika ke a wil ke pir ku to
Let's take this subject seriously.
akor bu ken bulo makian.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, we thank you for your goodness. We want to ask and pray that you would guide, direct, and bless us in the meditation and study of your word. As each of us are confronted with the importance of the work that is ahead of us, may we realize from this simple story that our sisters need to be trained, that it's the work of our brothers to give their glory, to give their position, to give their honor to those sisters, that they may increase and the brothers may decrease. And as they decrease, they will take the title of light bearers, an honorable position and title indeed. Please be with us, Father, as we open this camp meeting. May each of us meditate upon these words and hear your voice speaking to us through them. In Jesus' name.